What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, and in this video, I want to refer to an article from ClutchPoints.com. Um, it talks about Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose last night eclipsed the 10,000 point career mark, and he did it in the game against the Philadelphia 76ers, and it came in the third quarter on a layup. Matter of fact, let me read directly from the article and put a link in it in the description box. The article is written by Ashish Mathur. Tuesday night against the Philadelphia 76ers, Minnesota Timberwolves point guard Derrick Rose scored his 10,000th career NBA point. Rose reached the milestone in the third quarter on an easy left-handed layup. Derrick Rose would have reached this milestone a long time ago if he didn't suffer 4 knee surgeries after winning the MVP award in 2011 with his hometown Chicago Bulls. However, this is still a tremendous accomplishment for the former MVP, who is in the running for the 2019 Sixth Man of the Year award. Rose entered Tuesday averaging 18.9 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per game while shooting 48.6% from the floor, 46.8% from beyond the arc, and 84.2% from the free throw line. It goes on to say that D. Rose is having a good year. He scored a career-high 50 points on Halloween against the Utah Jazz and is currently in second place in All-Star voting among Western Conference guards, trailing only Golden State Warriors superstar point guard Stephen Curry. Last year was a tough season for Rose, who was traded by the Cleveland Cavaliers and waived by the Utah Jazz. To see the type of year the Chicago native is having with the Timberwolves this year, it's good to see if you are an NBA fan. Rose is now the 51st active player in the NBA to reach 10,000 career points, and it's a very good article. I'm going to put a link to the article in the subscription box. In the description box. It's bittersweet. I mean, it's a great accomplishment. Um, but he should be way higher than that as far as career points, is concerned. He should have. In fact, he should have already eclipsed 15,000 points a while ago. A while ago. I don't even know if he's going to get to 15,000 points. And I'm thinking right now, I want to go through the list of MVPs in the history of the NBA. Let me see something, type something in right here. Because I want to see if there's been any MVPs who haven't been in the Hall of Fame. I know there's some guys playing who aren't there yet, but generally the consensus is probably that they're going to be Hall of Famers. I want to see something right quick. Let me go down the list. The award was introduced in 1955-56, and the first winner of that award was Bob Pettit. He's a Hall of Famer. Bob Cousy, next Hall of Famer. Bill Russell, Hall of Famer. Then Pettit won it again. Chamberlain, of course, Hall of Famer. Then Russell won it 3 years in a row. Oscar Robertson, Hall of Famer. Then Bill Russell again. Will Chamberlain. Wes Unseld, Hall of Famer. Willis Reed, Hall of Famer. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hall of Famer. Then he won it again. Dave Cowens, of course, he's a Hall of Famer. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Bob McAdoo, Hall of Famer. And Kareem won it again. And then he won it again. Bill Walton, who's always been kind of the most questionable, probably MVP as far as Hall of Fame is concerned, but what pushes him over the edge is not only his NBA career, as brief as it was, but his collegiate career. Moses Malone, of course, Hall of Famer. Then Kareem won it again. Julius Erving, Hall of Famer. Then Moses Malone won it 2 years in a row. Then Larry Bird won it 3 years in a row, of course, Hall of Famer. Then Magic Johnson, of course, Hall of Famer. Michael Jordan, of course, Hall of Famer. Then Magic Johnson won it 2 years in a row. Then Michael Jordan won it 2 years in a row. Charles Barkley, of course, Hall of Famer. Akeem Olajuwon, of course, Hall of Famer. David Robinson, Hall of Famer. Michael Jordan then won it. Then Karl Malone won it in 97, of course, Hall of Famer. Michael Jordan, then Karl Malone, then Shaq won it, of course, Hall of Famer. Allen Iverson, a Hall of Famer. Tim Duncan won it 2 years in a row. Arguably the greatest power forward ever, so there's no argument there. Kevin Garnett won it, Hall of Famer. Or at least he's a future Hall of Famer. Matter of fact, I gotta say with Tim Duncan and Garnett, these guys are future Hall of Famers. Let me rephrase that. Steve Nash, just probably one of the most questionable MVPs, but he did have a Hall of Fame caliber career. Lower tier, but Hall of Famer. He won it 2 years in a row. Dirk Nowitzki, future Hall of Famer. Kobe Bryant, future Hall of Famer. LeBron James, he's a future Hall of Famer. I'm going to skip over Derrick Rose. Then LeBron won it twice. Kevin Durant, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. Stephen Curry, future Hall of Famer. Russell Westbrook, future Hall of Famer. James Harden, future Hall of Famer. So basically, when I'm going through this list, right, it looks like Derrick Rose might be the only MVP in the history of the NBA not to get into the Hall of Fame. That troubles me. He's the youngest MVP in history, if memory serves me correctly. I think the prior youngest might have been, was it McAdoo? Might have been Bob McAdoo, but Derrick Rose, man. I think this, man. If Derrick Rose is able to sustain excellence, you know, on some level for at least 3 or 4 more seasons, man, do you put him in? I mean, I know you kind of can't, because it's the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of, oh, we got sympathy for him, man, and we like him, so let's put him in. Like, you can't do that. But it's a shame because this man really had his career robbed from him. And it's really taken this long for him to get relatively healthy. With Grant Hill, I hope he can go the Grant Hill route, man. I really do. I hope that he can have an extended. Remember how Grant Hill just kept getting injured, man. Let me go to Grant Hill's career. Let me go to Grant Hill right quick, guys. Because Grant Hill was a beast, man. The first 6 years of his career, Grant Hill looked like a certified first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, he looked like he was going to be a top, when everything was said and done, it looked like Grant Hill was going to be like a top 5 to 6, maybe all-time small forward, a top 20 all-time player, something on that level, right? And Grant Hill was remarkably healthy the first few years of his career. He played 70 games his rookie year, then 80 in 96, 80 games in 97, 81 in 98, played all 50 games in 99. And 1999, 2000, he played 74 games. That's when he started having the foot problem. All right. That's 2001, he only played 4 games. 2001, he only played 4 games. 2002, he played 14 games. 2003, he played 29 games. He kept coming back and getting re-aggravating injury. Kept coming back, re-aggravating injury. And I thought after that, when he missed the entire 2003-2004 season, I thought that was it. I said, I think Grant Hill's going to retire. And he was 31 years old. I said, man, you know, nobody would blame him if he just like, you know what, I can't deal with this. Nearly died of a staph infection. He played 67 games in 2005. Then in 2006, he only played 21 games. But then after that, he had a period of great health. 2007, he played in 65 games. 2008, 70. 2009, which was probably a personal goal for him, he played in all 82 games. 2010, 81 games. 2011, 80 games. And then 2012-13, he didn't play in that many games. But still, he was able to build some type of a career. He played in over 1,000 career games. If Derrick Rose is able to have like a stretch where he plays like 4 or 5 seasons where he's playing like at least 70 games or something like that. And he's playing at the level he's playing now. Breaks 15,000 career points. I mean, he has the MVP. Okay, I mean that's a big award. Championships. If he can just go, the road hasn't ended for Derrick Rose at all. All right, he's a 3-time All-Star. He's going to be an All-Star this year, so it'll be the 4th time that he's been an All-Star in his career. And just looking at something. I just hope that everything ends well with Derrick Rose, man. He brought a brief moment of hope for Chicago Bull fans in the post-Jordan era, and we didn't appreciate him while he was there. We surely do miss him now because our team is fucking disgraceful. And I hope somehow, man, this guy gets into the Hall of Fame, man. I think it's a long shot, but tell me what you guys think, man.